this video, we will cover the basics of the Boren Fellowship for graduate students, including eligibility, award details, Vanderbilt's campus process, characteristics of an ideal applicant, and general application tips. For information about the Boren Scholarship for undergraduate students, please visit the video on the Boren Scholarship. The Boren Fellowship funds study abroad by U.S. graduate students to study a wide range of critical languages and world regions critical to U.S. interests. It is part of the National Security Education Program, a federal initiative designed to build a broad cadre of U.S. citizens possessing critical language skills and international and intercultural competencies. The Boren Fellowships are designed to give graduate students maximum flexibility to pursue their academic goals alongside their study of the target language. Boren Fellows may concentrate only on one language study during their time abroad. Language study throughout the duration of the grant may be supplemented with an academic internship, classroom study, or research. Boren prefers students to study in regions underrepresented in study abroad, including Africa, Asia, Eurasia, Latin America, and the Middle East. Programs in Australia, New Zealand, and Western Europe are ineligible. For a list of Boren's preferred countries and languages, please visit the Boren website. Boren has a strong emphasis on public policy issues related to national security, and all Boren applicants are expected to articulate through their application a public policy issue they're interested in. Upon graduation, Boren alumni are also required to commit 1 year of federal service and have 3 years to complete this requirement. Applicants interested in pursuing long-term federal careers are given preference. To apply for Boren, you must be a U.S. citizen at the time of the national application deadline, planning to study in a country outside of Western Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. You must not be a citizen of the country you plan to study in, and you must be matriculated at Vanderbilt for the duration of your Boren-funded program. Students who expect to be newly matriculated into a graduate degree program when they begin their Boren-funded overseas program are eligible to apply for the Boren Fellowship. Boren strongly prefers to fund applicants planning to study abroad for at least 6 months. They also prefer to fund applicants who are in certain fields of study or degree programs, including area studies, business, economics, certain STEM fields, social sciences, etc. For a full list of Boren's preferred fields of study, visit Boren's website. Students in any field may apply, but those in non-preferred fields should clearly demonstrate the relevance of their proposed program, internship, and/or research to public service careers and U.S. interests. Through the Boren Fellowship, graduate students can either apply to study through one of Boren's 4 regional flagship language initiatives, or propose their own study abroad program that has language study as a core component along with the domestic summer option. First, the regional flagship language initiatives include the African, Indonesian, South Asian, and Turkish flagship languages initiatives. Regional flagship language initiatives are structured, fully funded, credit-bearing programs with a summer intensive language study component in the US, followed by a semester-long program in the fall. Students in the same regional flagship language initiative study together in the same domestic program for 6 weeks and travel together abroad for the fall, ready to use their target language. Applicants may propose to receive additional funding for their own study or internship program during spring semester if they wish to complete an academic year program. The languages that each initiative teaches is listed on this slide. The other option for funding is for a self-identified or self-designed overseas program. Boren Fellows must have a serious language component in their overseas study proposals with a recommended 20 hours of language instruction per week. Graduate students are encouraged to simultaneously pursue research relevant to their degrees, additional academic coursework, and/or internships. If these activities are conducted in the target language, they may be considered part of the language component of the proposal. Graduate students may also supplement their overseas study with private tutoring. Note that a single Boren Fellowship may be used to fund multiple sequential programs in the same country and language for up to 52 weeks. Many applicants need to link programs together in order to exceed the preferred 25-week threshold. Boren sets minimum language proficiencies for French and Spanish. There is no maximum proficiency limit for any Boren award. Applicants should select programs appropriate to their language level and then set realistic goals to build their proficiency through study in the host country. Finally, Boren-funded programs can begin as soon as June 1st of the year you apply, or as late as March 1st of the following academic year. Applicants applying for funding for self-identified overseas programs will be asked to list their projected study abroad budget, including their program's tuition and fees, room and board, airfare, local transportation, and insurance. They will also list the amount of financial aid they expect to receive to help fund their time abroad. Based on the given budget, Boren funds recipients up to the following maximum amounts listed on this slide. All Boren alumni also receive a special category of non-competitive hiring eligibility, including special consideration and exclusive opportunities for government jobs upon graduation. For Boren Fellows whose overseas program requires that they arrive in country with strong language skills, the Boren Fellowships also offer up to $12,000 for summer intensive language study in the US. If requested, the maximum total combined domestic and overseas award amount is $30,000. Domestic funding is limited to the summer immediately before the applicant's proposed program overseas. Therefore, in order to be eligible for domestic funding, the applicant must have an overseas program that starts no later than September 30th. More rules and details can be found on the Boren website. Boren applicants must take part in Vanderbilt's campus nomination process. Vanderbilt can nominate multiple students annually. To be considered for nomination, applicants must first complete the Enter the Race form in the fall semester before you intend to study abroad. The specific deadline will be listed on the Career Center Fellowship's website and in the InfoReady application portal. This form includes a resume or CV, transcripts, and short responses related to your academic and career goals and interest in Boren and in your proposed host country and target language. Students who meet the Enter the Race deadline will be invited to submit a completed application, including all recommendations, to the Career Center in December. The Fellowships team will meet with students one-on-one to ensure that students' applications are prepared for submission through the Boren portal prior to the late January national deadline. Recipients are generally notified in mid to late April. Strong applicants have demonstrated history of second language acquisition, either in your target language or in learning English or another foreign language. Heritage speakers of the target language are also welcome to apply. They have a strong GPA, generally at least a 3.3, extracurricular activities, work or internship experience. In their application, they link proposed Boren studies to academic and professional development and trajectories. They make a clear connection between their fields of study and US national security interests. Applicants are recommended to stay informed of current events and historically relevant topics. Lastly, they present a clear path from their studies to an eventual government position. To produce the strongest possible application, start early. You cannot rush the process. Producing a competitive application requires multiple drafts, and most successful applicants report at least 5 rounds of revision. Seek guidance and feedback from the fellowships team, faculty in your field, campus, and community mentors. Identify potential recommenders like faculty, internship, research, or work supervisors, PIs, etc. Ensure that they are willing to provide strong letters of recommendation at least a month before the campus deadline. Reach out to experts who have studied your proposed policy issue to request feedback and develop knowledge surrounding your issue. Note that while NSEP defines national security broadly, their scoring rubric prioritizes applicants with clearly defined topics that will advance US national security interests. Write for yourself. Give reviewers a strong argument for your selection. Outline your personal story, share your academic, personal, and professional development and experience. Clearly explain where this opportunity fits in your academic or professional trajectory. Take advantage of campus resources. The fellowships team will be happy to offer guidance on drafting, revising your essays, updating your CV, and other application components. For additional information, please visit the Boren Awards website. To begin the Boren application process or for additional information about Vanderbilt's nomination process, contact the Career Center Fellowships team.